Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're still talking about Regina Daniels and Nedun Woko's polygamy marriage crash. Okay, but this time around, Omoyele Sowore has entered the chat. He did slightly some few days ago, but this is looking more interesting. So we're going to dig up what is the genesis of the relationship between Sowore and Nedun Woko. What happened from before? Mm-hmm. So that's what we're covering. So we're going through the second news right now that we're seeing from February 24. February 24, 2000 and what you may call it again. This was published February 24, 2022. That's about 3 years plus ago. Almost, it's about to be almost 4 years ago. Okay. Because people are trying to say, what's your business? People ask, what's your business, Sowore? What is your business in all of this? What do you have to do with all of this? Why do we need you in these personal matters, right? Anyway, now we found ourselves on Vanguard, Nigeria. The headline says, police arrest Sowore in Abuja over alleged fake news peddling. Alleged fake news peddling. Just about a month after Jaruma was arrested. Okay, interesting. We don't know. We're just saying. Mara says, is that why Jaruma was loud when the first video showed up? Soap opera. Was she loud? I didn't know Jaruma said anything. I missed that part. But I don't follow her, so I wouldn't know. Unless it was loud enough. Anyway, Sahara Donald say, Paned, let Reginal go and enjoy her youthful age. You can marry as more 16 years. Wala. We don't want that, though. We need to stop him in his tracks. We don't want random old men marrying our young girls. We need to stop him in his tracks. Anyway, this report on Vanguard Nigeria says the police in Abuja on Thursday reportedly arrested activist Mr. Omoyele Sowore of the African Action Congress over an allegation of fake news peddling. A statement signed by the National Public Secretary, African Action Congress, Femi Adeyeye, the party under which Sowore ran as a presidential candidate during the 2019 election, said that Sowore was arrested, and I quote, just after stepping out of the court where the chairman, party leader, and member had converged to witness the party's case against INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, and usurpers. What is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, continue. Let's see. Sowore is said to have filed an appeal against the ruling of the Federal High Court that declared Leonard Nzewa the acting chairman of the AAC. They were trying to steal Sowore's party at that time. Adeyeye said the activist was taken to the former Special Anti-Robbery Squad, adding that the officers did not give any reason for his arrest. And I quote, we are monitoring this event and we can assure all members that these recurring illegalities and attacks won't be allowed to stand. The specific reasons for his arrest remain sketchy at this time. It was gathered that the arrest followed a petition titled "A Petition Against Sahara Reporters Foundation and Mr. Omoyele Sowore for criminal defamation, injurious falsehood, publication of news known to be false, contrary to section 391, 392, 393, 394, 395, and 418 of the Penal Code of Northern Nigeria by former member House of Representatives, Prince Ned Nwoko, through his lawyers, Trifold Law and Partners. The petition signed by Brian Ukegbu on behalf of the law firm accuses Sowore of several defamatory statements on his news outfit, social media handles aimed at running down their client's business and political careers. According to the petition, the publications were believed to have been recklessly, with no honest belief in the truth of the said words. I don't know what words they're talking about yet. Stating further that the quoted statements have elicited intense apprehension of an imminent attack on his client. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Police Force operatives at the old Special Anti-Robbery Squad office, where Sowore is reportedly being kept, denied access to his lawyers who were there to see him. The police officers attached to the gate reportedly told the lawyers Abubakar Marshall and Inibehe Efeong, who rushed to the facility to vacate the premises, saying there was no authorization for them to see him. Several calls to the Deputy Force Public Relations Officers, CSP Olumiyiwa Adejobi, to get a response as to why Sowore's lawyers were not allowed to see him were not answered by the spokesperson. Why do you think they were not allowed to see him? I'm asking for a friend. Why do you think they were not allowed to see him? Okay. A day after police released activist Omoyele Sowore, this is also published by Vanguard Nigeria. Okay. But let me see this other news here. Released from Nigerian police force, idiotic arrest and detention. They claimed I defamed Nedunwoko, useless people. Revolution now. Hashtag we can't continue like this. You have to trust Sowore. Sowore blames Regina Daniels' hubby, Nedunwoko, for arrest. Okay. All right. So I think we got what we wanted to get from that. There's a pattern here. Can we all agree? There's a pattern here that we're noticing. We don't know, as in like we don't know, but there's a pattern in all of this. Okay, can we see what I am seeing? I mean, it is just me, because what I'm seeing is just what I'm seeing. Or I'm so far away, I don't know. But are you seeing what I am seeing? So let me, I'm just going to go through some of the headlines, okay? I'll space out the time. Sowore files 200 million naira suit against police, Ned Nwoko. This is published in Premium Times, Nigeria on March 1st, 2022. See, these are the kind of games you don't want to play with Sowore. Sowore has been stuck in Nigeria since 2019. It's had a chance to go back and forth between New York and Nigeria for a few years now, but he was stuck in Abuja for a long time because he was ready to fight. He was ready to buy. Anyway, according to Premium Times on March 22, Sowore files, activist Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele Sowore has filed a rights enforcement suit against the police and a former House of Representatives member, Ned Nwoko. In the lawsuit he filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, Mr. Sowore seeks 200 million naira damages and public apology from the defendant for his alleged unlawful arrest and detention by the police. Specifically, the former presidential candidate sued Nigerian police force. Yeah, lawsuits now water. He described Mr. Nwoko as a acclaimed billionaire in the suit marked blah 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 blah. You get the gist. How I was arrested, Mr. Sowore claimed in the suit that the police allegedly instigated by Mr. Nwoko arrested him as he stepped out of the court of appeal premises in Abuja. That, and I quote, that a horde of police officers of the first respondent activated and instigated by the fourth respondent, Mr. Nwoko, laid siege at the entrance of the court of appeal while I was attending a court session. And on stepping out of the court around 4 p.m. of the day, I was arrested by these policemen on the order of the third respondent and the instigation of the fourth respondent. Hey, Oga. Ayoshonubi, yes, it's a pattern. Iberi says a narcissist. That's again Panet's method of not allowing people to access help. This is the worst game card put forward by Reginal and our family, Iberi says. Let's see. Yeah. Let's do. We're still. How many more? Okay, I got a few more minutes, guys. Let me just make sure I cover as much as I can cover until the top of the hour. Okay, so remember Jaruma, and now we have Sowore. Sowore is not a softball to play, right? Is that how you say it? Well, it's not a soft tea when it comes to this kind of games. So, Sowore, no one is going to be more vindictive than Sowore. If you're going to be vindictive, we already know that Panet has a vindictive pattern, right? I mean, just look at the fact that he doesn't have relationship with a bunch of his family members. I mean, that's a pattern right there too. I mean, his own brother came out and started, dragging him in public. So, I mean, but no one is going to be more vindictive than Sowore. You know. Let's see here. Let me pay some bills, guys. Allow me to pay some bills, and then I'll be right back.
This is Ola, man of prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we're still talking about Panet and Reginal's story, but this time it's involving Omoyele Sowore, publisher and editor-in-chief, publisher of Sahara Reporters. I don't know if he has that title. All right, so I'm still going through some of the background. We're looking at the story on Premium Times of Sowore filing a 200 million naira lawsuit against him in 2022, almost 4 years ago. But I'm looking at headlines. Let's see here. On March 16, 2022, it says court on Sahara Reporters. It says court adjourns former lawmaker Nedunwoko's case against Sowore to April 25 as activists lambast Buhari regime. Of course, Sowore's arraignment over alleged cybercrime stalled. That was April. Okay, so of course they will drag it out, right? I'm just going back. I'm going through the background of relationships between Sowore and Nedunwoko because people are asking, "What is your business?" Now, October 18, 2023. Fast forward. Alleged defamation. I will never negotiate. Okay, I'm going to refresh real quick, guys. I don't know if it's a good idea to refresh because of this new platform that we're running. Don't let me do that. Let me just go ahead and read it to you guys. I'll read the headline. It says, "I will never negotiate." Sowore blasts Nedunwoko. May 2nd, 2024. Let's just do with headlines, okay? Because of time. Sowore arrives Abuja court ahead of Nedunwoko's cyber stalking charge. Okay. This is published on Sahara Reporters YouTube page. Then on May 4th, Nedunwoko charged me with defamation for saying he has mosquitoes in his house. Eh? Another angle. Let me see. Let me see. This might be. I will say the words to you. Let me see. This guy, man. Let's do this, guys. Revolution now. So a month before that, they had discharged his courses of. He was charged with treasonable felony and all kind of stuff, by the Buhari regime at the time. So he went to the US and then he came back. He said a lot of people doubted that he'll be back, but he's been going back and forth since then, right? Because before that point, 2020, he was stuck in Nigeria from 2019 for 3 years till 2022, apparently. He said he would never leave Nigeria in the hands of criminals. Now, before I continue to interpret him, because I'm assuming you guys cannot hear it. Can you guys hear him or no? If you can't hear him, let me know. If you can't hear him, let me know. I'll drop the link in 6 minutes, Ebere, in 6 minutes. Can you guys hear him when he's talking or no? Just let me know. Just say yes or no. If you can't hear him, I'll continue. It's a short video. You can't hear him. Okay, all right. I don't want to refresh the page because I don't want to risk not being back into. Actually, let me go ahead and do it because it'll be better experience if you guys can hear it. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on, hold tight, hold tight. And I'm back. I came back. So now you should be able to hear it. Hold tight. All right. So you can hear it now. Let me know if you can hear it.